I waved to Rin, who doesn't seem to have noticed that the two of us are even leaving. Well, she'll notice when she goes for her Prussian blue and finds out that it's still not there. Maybe. Probably not, actually. While I'm busy thinking of how weird Rin is, Emmy's been dragging me back to the art classroom. I feel myself starting to run out of breath. What's the rush?
Huh?
Emmy's giving me an appraising look, as if she's trying to figure something out. It's just that you seem to be in a hurry. I'm not sure I can keep up. Comprehension dawns on her face.
You're not out of breath, are you?
There's almost an accusing playfulness to her tone. I'm tempted to deny it, but then I realize I've been breathing heavy since we stopped. Guess it's kind of obvious. A little. Not everyone can be in shape, you know. Takes all kinds, right? Emmy frowns. It's not a particularly good frown. That is, I should get in shape? Not that I hadn't already decided to try for that. After that flutter on the track, I figured there's a real need to get into some sort of running habit. I was, after all, feeling pretty good until I had my false alarm. Well, actually I wasn't, but it was fun. Meanwhile, my comment seems to have helped Emmy come to a sort of a decision.
Well, that's it then.
She gives me a serious look.
You're joining me.
I beg your pardon?
In the mornings. You and I are now running partners. I've got a routine all planned out. In fact...
She produces a crumpled sheet of paper.
I've got it right here with me.
I take the sheet of paper and give it a once-over. Times, dates, and laps all laid out. A slow increase from just a few laps a day to... My god, does she expect me to be running marathons? And where did she find the time to get all this together? And how long has she been planning this, anyway? You've been planning this?
A little. But it's really the nurse's idea. He told me to keep an eye on you to make sure you exercise like he told you to.
A vast conspiracy? Maybe Kenji is onto something here. It seems a bit much for just keeping an eye on me.
Well, to be honest, I've been trying to find a running partner in the mornings for a while now.
My god, Kenji! If only you can see the scheme unfolding! What do you need a partner for, anyway?
It's easier to keep up a workout if you're not the only one doing it. Isn't that obvious? You're less likely to quit if someone else is counting on you to be there, right?
I see. This won't only keep you running, but it'll make sure that I keep running as well. Meaning that I'll be obeying the nurse.
And I'll be keeping an eye on you, just like he asked. You got on quick, Hisao.
And if I refuse? I had no intention of refusing, of course. But I've got to at least put up a token of resistance to such a masterfully executed plan.
Well, if you refused, I'd have to pout. And you'd have to live with being the guy who made Emi Ibarazaki pout. You don't want that on your conscience, do you?
As if to demonstrate, Emmy begins pouting. It is the most adorable, heart-wrenching thing I've ever seen. Okay, I'll do it! Just don't do that. I feel like I just hit a puppy.
So it's settled, right? You're going to be my running partner? Follow the workout? And the dietary plan?
Dietary plan?
Yeah, the dietary plan. You've got to eat healthy if you're going to get in shape, you know.
I examine the workout routine closely. I don't see a dietary plan on here.
Right! I forgot to give that to you!
Another crumpled sheet of paper is produced and handed over. It's somewhat less detailed.
I had the nurse help me come up with it.
The amount of dedication that the nurse is to keeping me in good health is pretty overwhelming. I don't know many school nurses who would get one of their students to spy on me, much less help me come up with a dietary plan. Then again, I guess I'm not in a normal school. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. Then again, this dietary plan seems to cut out just about everything that'll be offered at the festival tomorrow. So when does our running start?
After the festival.
Right after? What if I've had something to eat there? I could get a stomachache, you know.
I meant the day after the festival.
I knew that. Wasn't there something we were supposed to be doing? Oh, I guess we should get the paint for Rin, huh?
Oh no! It slipped my mind!
By the time we get the paint back to the mural, Rin's already wandered off. Oh well. Emmy and I both decide to part ways there, leaving the paint on the ground. Rin'll find it, whenever she comes back anyway. Festival's tomorrow. I'm actually a little excited for it. At the same time, the week's left me feeling pretty tired, so I read a little and then go to bed. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today, out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room, or possibly something like a fort, complete with "No Girls Allowed" sign. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack.
Who is it?
You're supposed to ask that before you open the door.
Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early.
It's not really that early.
What is it, man?
Nothing. I was just gonna ask what you were gonna do today. Half the school is out there already.
Out where? Why?
What?
What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun?
He suddenly looks more alarmed.
What day is it, man?
Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff.
What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers.
It's the festival. You know that, right?
Oh shit, that's today? Ah, damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is going to be a very bad day. It's a good thing you told me this, man. It's gonna be a very bad day.
Why?
Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window, socializing.
Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill.
It's going to be loud as hell. Damn. And I was going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. The hell, this really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run.
Kenji seems nervous. You can even say he's majorly freaking out.
I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished.
Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today? The weather is even good, and yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, and you should check out the festival. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands.
No. I can't do it! They'll leave me alive out there, I know it!
That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight.
What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together.
I wonder. I'm kinda hungry, but I made this deal that I might try to take better care of myself. Be healthier, you know? Don't know if I should steer clear of the takoyaki or head straight in.
Deal? Sounds ominous. So what are you getting in return?
Nothing, I guess. It's not that kind of deal. You know Emmy from our year? We kind of agreed to watch each other's backs, and... The shrill scream and the expression of abject terror in Kenji's face chill my blood. It's as if I told a Catholic priest I sold my soul to the devil.
Her! You sold your soul to the devil and you didn't get anything in return? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Do you know who you're dealing with? She's a public health danger. Do you know how many people she sends to the hospital monthly with her carefully placed flying tackles? She's one of them, a key player in the vast conspiracy that aims for the complete submission of everything that's manly. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I trusted your judgment, man. I thought we were brothers. You have to call it off before it's too late. This festival, too. It's just one of their ploys.
He fingers his scarves nervously, faster and faster like he's trying to start a fire. It slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course.
I'm going to have to find some place to hide in. A safe haven. And then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival.
Okay.
Later, dude.
The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. It's kind of unsettling, and now I start to feel doubtful myself. Should I bother going? I've got a book I've been meaning to read. Something about underground postal system that may or may not exist. It's short too, I could have it finished in a day. But would that be a good way to spend my time? Well, yeah, it definitely would be. But I suppose that it would probably be a better idea to head outside. See the festival. Try to integrate with all the other sideshow acts. Honestly, I should at least make an attempt to keep up the somewhat friendly personality I've had the past week. Maybe get something to eat, my stomach suggests. It's almost lunchtime. I can at least grab something from one of the stalls outside. I'm soon outside, surrounded by various students and people who may or may not be their parents. Every so often I catch a glimpse of someone who clearly just came up from town for the promise of a festival. They're easy to spot. The ones who can't stop staring, and behind their eyes you can tell they're thinking, now what's wrong with this one? I almost want to yell at them. But at the same time, can I deny that I've been doing the same thing all week? A wave of something like disgust sweeps over me, guilt for my own narrow-mindedness. I push the thoughts aside, concentrating on the pangs of hunger that burn my gut like a wildfire. The scent of something fried leads me to the promised land, where I can get some lunch. I'm just getting my order when a loud voice interrupts me.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Having lunch?
Breakfast? You mean you just got up?
Suddenly sleeping all morning feels like a crime. No, I meant lunch. Honest. She's not buying it. Brunch?
That's not a healthy breakfast at all.
She snatches my food out of my hand and glares at me. What the hell is this girl doing? Hey, that's my breakfast.
What happened to it being your lunch?
That's my... whatever, it's my food. Emmy places her hands on her hips and begins lecturing me.
Did you really forget your dietary plan already? You need to be more conscious of your health, Hisao. What about your heart?
My heart's fine the way it is. Mostly. All I get in response is a roll of the eyes.
I doubt that. You wouldn't be here if that was the case, would you?
The girl's got a point, of course. But I'm not about to concede it. It's not that bad of a heart. Certainly it can handle a little grease now and again. Yeah, sure, and it handled a little running just fine too. Emmy seems unconvinced. Not surprising, as I haven't even managed to convince myself.
Maybe, but not if you're sleeping the day away all the time.
A devious look suddenly crosses her face.
Of course, if you'd been following a routine from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this situation.
Hey, I've had a plenty eventful week, you know. For example, I almost died. And there was a lot of meeting people, and then I was on a roof for a while.
Which is no excuse for slacking off, you know. A little near-death experience is no excuse for skipping basic exercise. Like running in the mornings.
She nods as if something important has just been decided.
So it's settled then. You've seen the error of your ways and are willing to adhere to my routine, right? I'll see you bright and early in the morning. We'll be running buddies.
You know, you'd already convinced me yesterday that this was a good idea. You don't need to convince me again. Not that I did a good job of being convinced. She's right about eating healthy after all, and here I am ordering up something grossly unhealthy. But delicious. There are more important things than deliciousness, aren't there? Like, staying alive? If Emmy weren't here berating me for my poor decisions, I'd probably... Hey, wait a second. A sudden question springs to mind. Hey, why the hell have you taken such an interest in my well-being? Emmy shrugs and grins at me.
You're the new guy. I figure you don't have any friends yet, right? Besides, I've caused you trouble all week, right? I owe you for not getting angry. And I told the nurse I would anyway.
Uh-huh. Crazy little running girl wants to make me healthy. Well, I suppose there are worse fates. Okay, that sounds fine. Thanks for your concern. Tomorrow morning, then. I figure that ends the conversation, so I turn to leave.
Not so fast!
I feel a hand on my collar, and in a second I've been yanked backwards. Hey, no need to be so rough. What do you want now? Emmy looks almost wounded by my annoyed question.
Thought you could use the company.
Her eyes narrow.
Besides, you were just going to try sneaking some more of that fried crap, weren't you?
Well, I wasn't going to, but now that she mentions it, that would have been a really good idea. I was not! Another glare. Okay, maybe I was going to get a little. The glare continues. Okay, a lot. Jesus, I'm a danger to myself and others, aren't I? I get done agreeing that I need to be healthier, and then immediately start considering the next unhealthy habit that comes my way.
I knew it. You can't be trusted. Now I definitely have to stick with you.
This whole situation feels silly. I can only imagine what passerby thinks of the sight of me being lectured by a tiny girl half my size. Maybe I should just give up for now. Fine, do what you like. I sigh. Might as well make the best of this. What do you want to do? Emmy thinks for a moment.
Well, I promised Rin I'd stop by her mural. So let's do that!
I confess I'm slightly curious as to how her mural turned out myself, so again, I consider there are worse fates. I give a nod of assent and find myself almost dragged bodily through the crowd as Emmy races to our destination. By the time we reach the dorms, I can feel my heart pounding. My heart shouldn't be pounding after just that. I take a few deep breaths, willing myself to calm down. I'm one of the most normal-looking people in the school, but I still have to be here. Sometimes I almost wish I'd lost a hand or something. At least then it'd be obvious that I belong. But instead, I don't even look sick. Even now, trying to catch my breath, I just look out of shape. Emmy looks back and notices my state of distress.
You're not going to die on me, are you? Please don't. It'll be all my fault, and I don't want to deal with that kind of guilt. Besides, after the last time, I really don't think I need to see that again. Especially because the nurse will totally say it's all my fault.
No, I'm fine. Guess I need to start running after all.
And you wanted to keep eating your greasy... whatever it was. See? It's a good thing I found you, right?
Yes, it was. Maybe. Of course, I don't add that I wouldn't be in this state if she hadn't dragged me across the festival grounds. Further conversation is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Rin.
Oh, it's you. Hello, Emmy.
Hey, Rin! I brought Hisao along because he was going to give himself a heart attack.
Let's start project.